Hey guys, we're going to do an oil change today on my 2018 Yamaha FSH 190 Sport. First things first, try to get the engine block as level as you can. I got it pretty close there. And there's no drain plug for the oil, so we're going to have to use an extractor and come on out of the dipstick tube here. So I'll try to walk you guys through this. All right guys, I've gone ahead here and set up our electric oil extractor. Now, I'll put a link in the description down below. You can get these on Amazon for pretty affordable. I'm going to get this engine started and run it for a minute with water just to heat up the oil, and then we're going to start pumping it out. All right, guys, we got our oil extractor running. You can see it's starting to slowly suck it all out. So this is probably going to take a few minutes. Try to get as much as we can on the track of that oil filter down there. All right, guys, we got it all sucked out. Now, the FSH 1.8 high output has about 3.5 to 3.85 quarts in it. So I actually used 2-liter Pepsi bottles here to get it out, and 2 liters is 2.1 quarts. So when you suck it all out, you should have at least 1.5 2-liter bottles if that's what you're using to measure or whatever, but keep track of how much you're sucking out to make sure. There will be residual oil in the filter, so keep that in mind. So if you come up a little bit short, you'll probably make it up on the filter here. Now, as far as this filter goes, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey does apply. Now you're going to want to put some I don't know, tin foil or, you know, a shop rag or paper towels, whatever, underneath this as you're twisting it off, because it is going to spill and you don't want to get all down here in the hole. So I'm going to go ahead and spin this off, and then I'll walk you through what to do next. We got our old filter off here. That's this one. We've got our new filter here. And just a quick note, unless you have a good marine parts store near you, I do not. I get everything online. You can pick up one of these filters on Amazon. Now, there is something I want to point out. If you go ahead and type in the part number, or just type in Yamaha FSH 190 filter. It's going to pop up with the Yamaha brand. It just says Yamaha on the side here. It is literally the exact same filter as this, but $10 more. This filter was $10. The one that says Yamaha on it is $20. Literally the exact same filter. And before somebody says, yeah, I don't want to risk my $30,000 boat for, you know, $10. I hear you, I get it, but I worked in an oil change shop for a long time, and when you take your car to Jiffy Lube, Walmart, whatever, they just use the cheapest filter they can. So it's the exact same filter. Literally, it just says Yamaha on the side. I promise you that. I wouldn't risk my boat either. Now, also, if you've never done an oil change, make sure that you put some oil on this gasket here before you install your new filter on. It makes it more susceptible to failing if you do not, and that is not something we want on our boat. So make sure that's good and oiled, and then get it back on. Just get it on there. My hands are a little oily, so normally, most of the time, one good hand crank, as tight as you can get it with your hands, is good enough. Like I said, mine are kind of oil, so I'm going to give it a quick pop with an oil wrench to get a little tighter, but you do want to be able to get these off with moderate force with your hands. You don't want to wrench it on, break off the nut in here, cause more damage than this filter's worth. So I'm going to get that on there, and then we're going to go ahead and start filling it up with oil. As I said before, this takes about 3.5 to 3.75, 3.8 quarts. So I'm going to start with 3.5, 3.6 and get it going. And I will let you guys know what's going on with that when I get going. All right, so we got about 3.5 quarts in here right now. I'm gonna turn it on, let it fill the oil filter back up, and run it for a second, check the level. Just an observation here for you guys. While the engine's running, if you check the oil, should be right around the lower dot here. And then if you check it while the engine is off, should be right at the top dot, or anywhere in between is fine. You don't want to be too far below, and you definitely don't want to be too far above. So I'm going to get it running, and we'll see where we're at, if we need to add more or not. All right, everyone, we are done. So just to recap here, we ran the motor for a couple of minutes just to heat up the oil, and then we shut her off, pulled out our dipstick, and we drained through the dipstick tube here. Sucked it out, and we got just about that much oil out of it. And we went ahead and filled it back up. We used our trusty Yamalube here, which is 3.78. Ended up using the entire jug here. It was the perfect amount to get us right where we wanted on the dipstick. Also, we made sure there were no leaks on our oil filter right here. Ran it, checked the levels, we're good. And that's how you do an oil change on a Yamaha FSH 190 Sport. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to comment, and I will get to you guys when I can. Thank you, and have a great day.